it's me. Back with some more Limbus Company on today, May 29th? I almost said March 29th, that would have made much sense. New extraction banner came out. It's 2 ego, but at least it's 2 of them. There's Cavernous Wailing for Hong Lu and Sinclair. Glupo. So, this one's probably going to be a bit short, because I don't know how to even showcase these. But they are standard fare at the very least, so let's just get them.
모든 슬픔과 눈물을 끌어모아 대신 물어드릴 수 있다면
To start off, Cavernous Wailing Sinclair. This is a Zayan ego, which is important because Branch of Knowledge sucks. So we've got Cavernous Wailing. I should equip an ID that's level 40 so that we can actually see the proper stats on this. Oops. I've been recording for the last... I've been editing for the last 4 hours. And I am very out of it right now. So Cavernous Wailing. -2 offense level. It's a 16 to 24 Blunt Gloom skill. 1 Lust, 2 Sloth, 3 Gloom is about what I expected, because this is a sinking ego, technically. So what we've got before attack, gain highest resonance -2 attack weight up to 2, so it can be attack weight 3. For a Zayan, that's pretty good. It's pretty decent, honestly. And then, after attack, apply 14% of this unit's max HP as shield to self, and 1+ highest resonance -2 allies with the least current HP, and apply 2 Blubber Bubble as well. Blubber Bubble is too long of an effect to fit on the screen. Insane. This effect counts as a shield management effect. No idea what that means. Turn end, reduce count by 1. This unit does not lose shield at turn end as long as it has the Blubber Bubble effect, unless depleted by damage or effect. If the shield affected by Blubber Bubble breaks due to taking damage, inflict 4 sinking potency / count against the attacker. How much of that 4 value is potency or count is randomly determined. And this unit can stack their shield value by using this effect. However, as long as Blubber Bubble is in effect, the shield value cannot exceed 60% of this unit's max HP. So originally I thought that it meant that you can't preserve more than 60%, but the shield literally just doesn't go over that much. Before I talk about this, max number of other allies that gain Blubber Bubble is 3, so this can only hit up to 4 team members because it hits himself. You would need a resonance of 6 to do that. If the affected unit already has Blubber Bubble, change the Blubber Bubble value to 2. So it just goes back up to 2, it's like Echoes of the Manor. And at 4+ highest Gloom Absolute Resonance, this skill's above effects change to apply 3 Blubber Bubble and change the Blubber Bubble value to 3 instead. So if the highest resonance is Gloom, it just extends Blubber Bubble for a turn when you inflict it. So, Blubber Bubble is best with W Corp, because Charge Barrier gives them shield. It's a little weird because it's not really a sinking ego, you just want to give each other shield and that works. I mean, we don't have very many support ego that are literally just defense focused. So this is kind of cool to see. Whether or not it'll be good is yet to be determined, obviously. What else can I say about it? It's better than Branch of Knowledge. I mean, it rolls a little lower, but at least it's not, Branch of Knowledge. Corrosion, 24 to 16. Targets randomly. Before attack, gain highest resonance -2 attack weight, so same. Gain 10 aggro to this skill slot next turn. This is the first ego that gives aggro. On hit, inflict 2 sinking. After attack, gain 18 + 3 highest resonance % of this unit's max HP as shield to self and gain 2 Blubber Bubble, max 30%. If this unit already has Blubber Bubble, change the value to 2. At 4+, highest Gloom Absolute Resonance, this skill's above effects change to apply 3 Blubber Bubble and change the Blubber Bubble value to 3 instead. So this is just the same thing, but it's a lot more selfish. What the heck was that? It's just a more selfish version. 2 sinking? Alrighty. But the aggro is really cool. It feels like it's meant to be for Mariachi or Zwei Sinclair, but I don't feel like I'm gonna need to use it on either of them, so, you know. But other cool thing, this can technically be used in Burn, which is nice because Burn doesn't have a lot of healing. Passives, turn start, if this unit has shield, gain 1 protection. If this unit is under Blubber Bubble's effect, gain an additional protection. So it's literally just super bulk, and that's cool. The corrosion is neutral, offense level as well. I don't know, how do I feel about it? It feels alright. We're obviously going to test it out on something. Thread Spin at uptie 4, you get 20% instead of 14% on the Awakening for shield. And the corrosion is 20 plus 5%. Up to 40%, and it also inflicts 3 sinking count. That's pretty decent, if only Sinclair had a good sinking ID. Oh, and at floor plus Gloom Resonance, gain additional shield equal to 10% of this unit's max HP. That's a lot of shield. And it's always 1 weight, unless fully uptied. I mean, obviously, if you're gonna use it, you're gonna want it up. Thread Spin 4 if you're using it in sinking. If you're not using it in sinking, you probably don't. Sinking is obviously the best place it can be because you want Gloom Resonance. But it should be fine outside of it too. It's a pretty decent ego, honestly.
슬픔에 흔들린 마음은 이렇게 터져버리죠.
Cavernous Wailing Honglu. Ah, it has attack weight of 3. Okay. Oh, this is... Whoa. This is an expensive... This is Rhymeshank levels of cost, actually. 3 Sloth, 3 Gloom, 2 Pride for a Teth Ego with 3 weight. It's Sloth Blunt, 18 to 26. If the target has Tremor, deal plus the sum of the Tremor potency and count on the target divided by 2% more damage up to 25%. And at 4+ highest resonance, deal plus 5 plus the sum of Tremor potency and count on target divided by 2% more damage instead up to 35%. On hit, inflict 3 Tremor and plus 2 Tremor count. On hit, trigger Amplitude Conversion into Tremor Reverb, and on hit, trigger Tremor Burst, then reduce target's Tremor count by 1. This will make it go away at the end of the turn, unless you have more count on the enemy. Tremor Reverb says, on Tremor Burst, take sloth damage equal to Tremor Potency on self. And that is the only new effect on it, and that is busted. But you might also be astutely aware that Honglu does not have a Tremor ID yet. I don't think he'll need it. I think that this is probably good enough to make up for the fact that you, you know, have, uncapped Molar Otis's passive on anything you want, because it is an ego, so you can use it basically whenever you want, which is kind of crazy. The corrosion is a 26 to 18, same weight, same effects. I mean, it's got 2 more offense level. The target has Tremor up to 30% damage and 40% damage instead of 20% and 35%. Inflict 3 Tremor and 3 Tremor count. Trigger Amplitude Conversion, and then trigger Tremor Burst and reduce count by 1 each twice. So this is like almost the same. Actually, I wouldn't say the corrosion is that useful in its current state. Passive says, When this unit uses a skill to trigger Tremor Burst on an enemy, inflict 1 offense level down and 2 defense level down on the enemy next turn, 3 times per turn, including ego skills. This would be nice if this was not Hong Lu's literal only way to burst Tremor. I mean... So this will activate once per turn, because he doesn't have the ability to get it 3 times. But if he can get it 3 times, like, he desperately needs a Tremor ID, basically is what I'm saying. And, I don't know, Time Killing Time might be next week, so maybe he will get one, who knows. Thread Spin 4. Raises the cap for damage increase against Tremor targets by 5%. Inflicts an additional Tremor count. So that's nice. As a Tremor liker, I feel like I will probably get this to Uptie 4 at some point, but not right now. The Corrosion increases the damage by 10%. 6 Tremor and 6 Tremor count. Instead of 3 and 3. Oh, that's a lot. That is a lot of Tremor. Is that on par with Effervescent Corrosion? Wait. I mean, it's 1 less count, but dang. That is a lot of Tremor. This is an ego I feel like I should get to Uptie 4 right now. It's insane. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm also gonna build a team to test this out somehow. So I will be back in a second. Oh boy, this is actually just the best way to test this out, huh? This is insane, actually. Mostly because I'm going to be bursting Tremor when I don't want to. That's okay, though. Let's see if we can't make this work. Oh, wow. Oh, he's actually... Why does that work? Wait. Okay. Alrighty then. Who's this one targeting? Oh, you're cringe. Okay. Let's just get some Gloom then. I want to see these in action. I mean, obviously Ishmael's gonna lose her Clash, but that's fine, right? Yep. Oh. Never mind. She's good enough. So the main issue is gonna be inflicting enough Tremor to, like, cause any effects. That's going to be my problem here. Because... yeah, it is. Ooh, nice. Wow. Alrighty. Dang, they're gaming a little bit. Because I need to get enough... I have enough Pride. I need Lust. And I seem to have neglected to bring any IDs that can inflict, that can gain Lust. Whoops! My bad. Okay, I need to inflict some Tremor count. So that I can get Hong Lu's stuff activated. And I need to get 3 Sloth, which is easy enough. See, I've never done this fight, by the way. I've never done this Luxcavation specifically. So this is interesting for me. I'm more interested in testing Hong Lu's than I am in testing Sinclair's, to be honest. I'll do another run so that I can actually, like, see Sinclair's, though. I completely forgot that Lust is needed for that ego, though. Alright, just don't inflict anything. I mean, actually, I'm inflicting a bunch now. I'm not going to get a chance to do Effervescent Corrosion before inflicting the thing, though, because I'm going to be able to do that now, in fact. Now, I can't overclock it, which is fine, because I'm winning any clash I try here. So, let's burst some Tremor, shall we, folks? I don't know how to do that with this team. I don't have anything that can do that at the moment. It's going to burst automatically because I'm using it, obviously. But let's see. Nice.
이렇게 터져버리죠.
That was 15 damage. That's not bad. We're gonna need to get that to a higher amount, though. Which means more tremor potency. I don't have a lot that can do that at the current stage, but it's okay. Okay. Good job, Sinclair. Yeah, so my entire thought process was that the sinking part of his ego would help. It doesn't seem to have helped yet. Okay, let's see how much damage this can deal. That's unopposed. Let's see how much damage this deals, because this is a big burst, which is what I like to see. Oh, you know what? That's not even going to hit him. I need to do this slot with that, because otherwise I'm not bursting Tremor at all, in fact. Who's he's targeting? Sinclair? Sinclair's the only real one that needs to worry about this. And he can just do this, so... yeah. I would use it again, but I literally can't. That's fine. Alright, let's see what happens. I really would like you to win this clash. Oh well. It would have been a lot more potency, but... that's okay. I don't need to win every clash. Okay. I actually don't want to stagger the head at the current moment if I can help it. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. I don't know what I was expecting, honestly. I'm getting about an extra amount equal to tremor potency every time I do that. And that's sick. Okay, I want to see the corrosion though, because I bet it's funny. It's fine if it overclocks, I don't care. It's hitting the head, dang it. I don't want it to hit the head though. Who's the main target? Ishmael. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. I'll still do it. I'll break the head so that it's not eating one of the slots, perhaps. And I think we just win this turn regardless. So at the very least, I'm getting to see what the corrosion looks like. I'm surprised that this ego is AoE by default, by the way. Like, it shouldn't be. Oh, I think I accidentally killed it. Oh well. It seems very, very good, is the main thing. Honglu just explodes. Oh, that was a lot of damage, wow. Yeah, that tremor, what was it even called? Of course he did the most damage, yeah. Alrighty. What do I need to use it? 3 sinking, 2 sloth, 1 lust. Well, there's the 1 lust. I don't even care if it wins. I said 3 sinking. I meant 3 gloom, which I can get, thankfully. Alright, that's literally what I need, so... uh-oh. Greg, please. I mean, it's turn 1. What do you expect? Now, I really don't expect the bull to just die this turn. That's fine. She won't take that much damage from it anyway. I didn't realize that they kind of neutered the roles of this thing in Luxcavation. I guess that makes sense, though, right? My stomach hurts. That's not great. Oh well. That's unfortunate, but it ultimately doesn't matter. You wouldn't even take that much damage anyways. Alright, let's see it, Sinclair. Let's you wail cavernously. And everyone else can just clash, I guess. this is gonna end fast because this guy is weak to Gloom anyways. Actually, that's not even how Luxcavation weaknesses work, is it? Oh, that's not good. Ineffective? He's ineffective to Wrath, I think. Okay. This is not too far off from the sinking team I would normally run, and yes, I know that I'm not playing Honglu optimally, but the point is to show the ego, so, you know. Unfortunate.
모든 슬픔과 눈물을 끌어모아 대신 물어드릴 수 있다면.
And that makes shield go to everybody. I hate how much text is on this effect. And I can actually show the new thing. It now switches back and forth between how much health and shield you have, which is really nice, because that was one problem, is nobody knew how much shield they had. I need to have the things to do resonance next turn, so that I can get as much shield from this as physically possible. I don't even think I can use it again, because I don't have any lust. Once again, that's okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, Cavernous, Wailing, Sinclair can be used on every single Sinclair because it's just better than Branch of Knowledge, and usually easier to fuel, too, from the looks of it. At least in Burn, it'll be easier to fuel. I know it's like the weirdest thing, right? For me to think, oh yeah, that's what I want to do in this. Burn! And yeah, I don't have any lust. Okay, let's get some lust then. And by some, I mean one, because that's how much there is. And then if it doesn't die, we can try this again next turn to see how much shield it'll actually give me. Hopefully a lot. Though I am about to take a lot of damage because I'm not countering him in any way, shape, or form. But that's okay. Rhodia has a ton of SP, so she'll be fine. That's definitely how damage works. You take less if you're at higher SP, didn't you know? No, it's literally just a lie. I love spreading misinformation on the internet. Oh, here we go. Bonk. Alright. I can use the ego. I am one lust short of being able to overclock it. Or I could just overclock it anyways and see what happens. Who's it targeting? Well, at least it's targeting the boss. So this really likes Gloom Resonance. It's also targeting the head, so don't attack the head. So here's the attack with 6 Gloom Resonance, just because. There's no way it dies before it goes off, right? Uh-oh, it might, actually. Please don't die before I use it. That would be awkward, actually. I didn't think of that. Ow. Ow. That's good? No, it's just dead. I did too much damage with sinking. Whoops! One moment. Alright, now let's try this again. I can't quite do 6 resonance, but I can do 5. And 5 is still pretty good, so... yeah. Now, at the very... My only hope here is that I do not kill him somehow before the attack goes off, but there should be no way that that happens. He only has 3 sinking. Yeah, there's no way he dies before the attack goes off. I just want to see how much shield this gives to Sinclair, because it's going to be an insane amount. He bloated up. Unfortunate. Poor Sinclair. Oh, I actually won with that. Alright, let's see. How much shield does he actually have? 67. That's not as much as I thought it would be, but it is 2 protection,
무슨 일이야?
and that's pretty good. Also, 10 aggro is a lot of aggro, perhaps unsurprisingly. This means that like 50% of attacks, I think, are going to go into him. I don't really know the ins and outs of exactly how aggro works, but I know that it's, like, good, and that's really all that matters. Okay. This is just my luck with rolls. I really do feel like this isn't a sinking ego in the slightest. Oh, he's just dead. Yeah, forget taking damage, honestly. Perish. Well, that was fun. Both of the ego are pretty cool. Blubbering Toad has been in the game for a very long time and didn't get ego. So it's cool to see it get ego. Now obviously he's still Mariachi Sinclair, so he didn't do very much damage. But it's cool, I like it. It could be better, that's for sure. I'll make sure to have it equipped to my supports so that you can use them. I really do feel like Cavernous Wailing is going to be a meta ego as soon as Honglu gets a Tremor ID. Because we really only need one more good Tremor ID for the team. To replace either Dawn or Merceau, one of the two. And this ego slaps. Amplitude conversion into Tremor Reverb. Tremor Reverb is absurd. Now it is Sloth damage, so if the boss resists Sloth, it's not going to be as good. But that's not that important. Really makes me want to, like, try out Tremor in the next Railway. Again, like, every time we get a new Tremor thing, I'm like, yo, what if I tried this out in the next Railway? Because this one, genuinely, if you can Corrode on turn 1, or Overclock on turn 1, that's genuinely crazy damage. And it's so much Tremor... I mean, it's 4 Tremor count, because it reduces it by 2. But this plus Effervescent Corrosion, you're basically set for Tremor for the entire fight. And every single burst is going to do a ton of damage as a result. And that's awesome. It could have better resistances, like this isn't going to be good in the current Railway, because everything does... There's a lot of dangerous Envy skills in the current Railway. Lust, maybe not as much, but Envy definitely, and I don't even remember any dangerous Sloth skills from Railway 3. Sinclair's ego, a bit less impressive. It's super bulky, and being able to preserve shields is really nice for IDs like Zvairodia specifically benefits a lot from being on a team with him. And also... any warp ID. So here's hoping that when Murder on the Warp Express comes out, Sinclair gets a warp ID so that Charge Barrier functions with this ID really well. Because, I mean, W Corp feels this really well too. The only thing it doesn't get as much of is Lust, and W Ryoshu has that covered since you only need one. But it's definitely better than Branch of Knowledge, so equip it on every single team. But anyways, that's just my thoughts. Alright, I've got them both equipped here. As you can see, my my IDs have not changed very significantly. But if you want to test out the new ego, go ahead and add me. I do have Honglu's Cavernous Wailing at Uptie 4, if you want to test out that. It seems like it's a lot better at Uptie 4. And you're going to want to use the... It's one of those ego like Rhymeshank where the corrosion is just always better, pretty much. But it's really expensive as a result. And so you're going to need to kind of build around it. But Tremor does get those 3 Sin Affinities a lot. So it's nice to have. But in any case, thank you for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I'm going to try to get the syncing video out this weekend. As of right now, as I'm speaking at like quarter to 11 p.m. on Wednesday, I have like 15 of 35 minutes uploaded, edited. So it's gonna take me a few days yet, especially with me having to take a break to do this in the middle of it. But I'm gonna try to have that out by Sunday at the latest. And if it's not out, you can put me in the pear wiggler, I guess. But thank you for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you again later. Bye!